What is up, guys? It is your Chronos Saber bringing you guys another anime review. This is actually going to be a review of Dimension W. So if you guys are pumped for this, as I am, to bring you guys this review, please slash that like button down below. This actually recently ended, and I would like to tell you guys my opinions and a review of the overall anime. And those that haven't seen it yet, give them a little bit of a precursor, I guess. Most of you guys do like anime reviews and stuff like this, and I also do WWE content over on the channel as well. Please hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps me out. The last review I actually did was Death Note. I will link the playlist in the description if I do remember. Review for Dimension W, guys. This actually ended. I think it was not. I think it was not last week, but the week before. I really ended on a weird note because I really did not even think the season was done. This is one of those animes where there's like a lot of loose ends. There's a lot they could do with this thing. It's only a 12 episode series, guys. So if you guys are looking for or I guess a 12 episode season, not quite sure if there's two seasons to this anime. Everything I see, there's no other seasons. I think this is the only season there is so far. They have a lot of possibilities of making other seasons as well. But there's going to be spoilers in this video, guys. So if you guys did not see this yet, I'm just going to say a few things, and there's going to be a lot more spoilers. So keep an eye out. If you do not want spoilers, click off the video after you do subscribe, I guess. But shameless plug. Uh, so if you guys are looking for like a short anime series, not really to get too invested in like a long ass anime series, this is probably a series for you guys. For a short anime season or like a series, this is a pretty good one. Not quite sure where I should really start out with this thing, but the only really complaint about this anime so far that I really have is the lack of character development. Just because it's kind of really short anime series, only 12 episodes long. There's really a lack of character development. They try, but most of the main characters, Mira for example, I really felt like I needed to know more about Mira once the anime was off. You knew a lot about her, but you really didn't get to connect with her too much. Kiyomo Mabuchi was actually the main character in this anime as well. You know a lot about him, but there's a lot of loose ends again. We can make another season from this. Another issue about this anime, I'm just gonna say it at the beginning, and then I'll get into the good and stuff like that, and I'll tell you guys about this. The first 1 to 3 episodes are really just filler, in my opinion. The first episode, I was like, okay, well, I guess it's decent. I'll give it a chance. The next episode, nothing really happens. There's no character development whatsoever. It's more than really just filler, in my opinion, for the second episode. Third episode, at the end of the episode, you actually get something that's kind of decent. You actually get like a crisis and like a hauntings in one of the episodes. So that leads into the next episode. Around episode 4, this anime gets insanely good. The more of the first episode you learn about New Tesla energy and a lot of other backstory, I guess. A little bit of backstory. Not too much character development. You have a lot of the first scenes as well of what happens. Really wasn't too pumped on this. I was around about the third episode. I was like, okay, at the end of the third episode, I was like, do I really want to give this anime another chance? I waited till the fourth episode, guys. At the fourth episode, this thing completely blew my mind away. Very good anime, starting at the fourth episode of this series. The other 3, I guess if you want to watch them, you can, but in my opinion, there's most of this filler, in my opinion. If I had the option, I'd probably just skip to the 4th episode, because there's really nothing in the first few episodes. I guess a little bit of character development, a little bit of backstory, I guess, if you guys want that. But in my opinion, if you just want something, just skip to the 4th episode. That's 3rd or 4th episode if you want, I guess. But that'd probably be the best thing to do, in my opinion. And that's probably what I would do if I did not watch this thing from beginning to end and I was just first starting this. Other than that, though, it's a really good anime. Just gonna give you guys a little bit of backstory on this. The main character, Kiyama Mabuchi, the guy on the left, not the left, the right. Your main character, he was basically a coil. He was actually in a war against the human soldiers on the Gretel special ops unit. which is basically this big ass war. They had to like go in against the scientists, clear everything out, and take the coils with them. There was actually a few legal coils that had unlimited energy or something. They had to go in and get him. He's actually the only survivor from his army crew, which is actually what he was previously was in. The reason why he hates coils now, basically coils are just like things that you plug into like robots and stuff like that that give them unlimited energy from the new Tesla energy source, which is actually the source of everybody's energy. Um, you plug coils into like robots and things, and that makes them work with energy directed from the new Tesla energy plant. Um, the reason why he does not like coils is because his coil he had actually a wife before, which she had actually a rare disease where all her muscles actually break down in her body. She was not able to move at one point. He actually got a special treatment from the top tier doctor around in his first backstory we eventually find out. Um, he tries getting a treatment where they can switch all his wife's or his girlfriend's, girlfriend or wife's body parts out with robotic parts and actually switch it over to a coil so she can still live and not die. It goes completely wrong. The coil completely screws up and actually results in a meltdown, actually killing his girlfriend. He's completely destroyed by this. At the time, he's actually in the military, or the human soldier in the Gretel Special Ops unit at that point. He's helping on this. It actually ends up killing his girlfriend. That's the reason why he's out to get the coils. He does not want any coils. He's more of the person that actually wants the regular gasoline and coal, stuff like that. He's not really nothing about the new Tesla energy or the coils. That's why he does want to destroy all the coils. He's really, really against them. You have your second character, Mira Urizaki, related to Dr. Urizaki, which actually was the top tier doctor developing the most powerful coil in Dimension W. Actually, the robot, or I guess the counterpart of Dr. Urizaki is the robot of him. Basically, a girl with, not on this picture, but it's basically a robot with a green hair, tail. Um, Again, really not too much. Well, there's a lot of character development, but there's a lot more you can really know about the Mira. In my opinion, probably my favorite character as well. Mira was my favorite character of this anime. Um, Highly advanced robot who exhibits human mannerisms and instincts of a normal girl despite her robotic headgear, metallic tail, and other inhuman physical attributes. After hearing the news of her father's death, Mira decides to help Kiyoma collect illegal coils. She can actually override computer systems and use her tail directly interface with coils, and can use detect dimensional distortions. Um, when Kyorga, which basically is a scientist that Mabuchi actually works for, repairs Mira and stack of cars falls on her, he actually adds a skin folds to conceal her coil. So you have a few illegal collectors. They actually all go to the site of Ground Zero, where the coil, the most powerful coil, actually ends up exploding and actually causing a big dimensional ripple. You have a bunch of other collectors. Most prominent collector probably is Loser. Julian Tyler Smith, also known as Loser. Really, at the beginning of the series, he's only known as basically like competition to Mabuchi, but then you start learning backstory on him. He was actually one of the scientists that actually partly lived. He's actually half robot, half human. That partly lived the explosion of the new Tesla energy on Ground Zero. He partly lived. He barely survived. He wears a mask, and he's a popular thief of trying to get a lot of coils. He actually has 4 or 5 coils he needs to get to full power. He's out searching for those coils and competing with Mabuchi, who's just trying to destroy the coils, and he's actually trying to keep them for himself. So a little bit of conflict there. He actually ends up dying. Spoiler. I warned you guys about spoilers. He actually ends up dying towards the end of the anime, and his daughter, which is on the left right here, actually ends up only living. Daughter Elizabeth actually is his name. He was actually a top tier researcher for New Tesla. Then you have the New Tesla, which is basically a bunch of the the associates for the energy plant. Mabuchi actually knows one as well. Was actually in the special ops war unit with one. Um, Other than that, though, you actually have them maybe, well, not really maybe. You have them actually dealing with the coils. They actually end up getting invited by the Winds of Africa, which actually, I think the president of the country they're in, or some president of, I think, Africa, actually ends up coming to where they are. Invites them all to go to Ground Zero, where the coil actually exploded in Dimension W. They all go there. There's actually a $1 million bounty, and actually gets set to like $2 to $5 million, I think, towards like the end. You have a bunch of collectors competing for it, and you have actually the Winds of Africa's brother there as well, who's actually a robot now because he actually ended up getting killed. We actually learned some backstory on that as well. Um, the Winds of Africa's brother actually ends up getting killed, so he actually has multiple robot bodies, which he can actually control to keep him alive. Winds of Africa gets knocked out. There's actually a big dimension, or big, I think, like energy orb ball that kills like passes everybody out and like can go into their memories. There's actually Haruka Seameyer, which is actually the insane scientist that actually tried keeping the Dimension W highest power coil for himself. He actually got it to actually work, but it actually ended up exploding in the process. And he's actually there, still related to that coil and actually connected to it. So if they want to actually get to that coil and destroy the Ground Zero for once and for good, they're gonna have to get through Haruka Seameyer, which is actually the mad scientist in the anime. Can't go with anime without one of those. But uh, what else we got here? What else we got? They'll go to Ground Zero. He's actually battling Loser and a number of other coil collectors. He actually makes a few friends along the way. Have two that actually join up with him and Mira. They actually try taking down. They actually run into a lot of robots and stuff like that as well. They actually have a plan to actually run through the whole Dimension W Ground Zero and then get right to the center of the core before everybody else. And it's actually a fast as Ferrari car. Does not work out though. He actually gets blocked by Loser halfway through the whole island. He's forced to go on foot, and actually, towards the end of the anime, you actually have him going against actually Haruka Seameyer, who actually uses the power, the remaining power from the explosion or the coil that's on the Ground Zero to actually power himself. Gets super powerful and actually try taking everybody out. Miyabuchi actually ends up killing him actually after finding the lost piece to his memory, and you have them destroying the Dimension W Ground Zero coil once and for all, and the whole place actually turns back to normal. There's life on the island again. Energy no longer into a dimensional ripple. It's actually everywhere on the island now. Really, at the end of this anime, I really thought this was going to go longer. It kind of ended on a weird note for me because I really didn't even think it was done at the point it ended. I was like, is this anime done? And it looks like it was like the last episode. I was like, is this even the last episode, or is it going to continue into another storyline? I'm like, okay, I guess it's the end, because last week I looked for it and it was not, and they actually replaced it with Dragon Ball Z Kai. So, but overall, I'm going to give this anime a 7.5 out of 10. It's one of those animes where if you're looking for something short to watch, there's only 12 episodes in this series so far. I'm not quite sure if they're going to add a season 2. There's a lot of loose ends. He has some bad blood between one of the people at New Tesla. I don't know, they can maybe build off that. There's a lot of other things they can do as well. Other than that, though, hope you guys did enjoy this anime review. Right now, I'm actually watching Hunter x Hunter on Toonami. That's probably the only other anime I'm watching right now. I watch a little bit of Dragon Ball Z Kai, but not really my top priority because I'm so far behind on that. Basically, let's catch an episode here and there before the Hunter x Hunter comes on, actually, on Toonami on the weekends. Usually let's catch an episode here and there. I'm so lost. There's like so many episodes I have to catch up on that I'm really, really lost on that anime. So really just catch it here and there and watch an episode or two. But other than that, I'm actually watching Hunter x Hunter, which will be the next anime review. Not quite sure when that's going to end, but we're on around about episode 5 or 6 of that anime right now. Just started about a few weeks ago. So far it's very, very good as well. But if you guys did enjoy this, feel free to slash that like button down below for Chrome's Airblade. And also if you are new, for more anime reviews or WWE content, hit that subscribe button down below. That really, really helped me out. Um, we'll be back with a Hunter x Hunter, hopefully anime review in the near future when that anime does finish. Maybe I can get something else. I'm not quite sure what else I'm going to watch. Thinking about watching Seven Deadly Sins, which actually got recommended to me by one of my friends. I also had Fairy Tail recommended to me, which there's so many episodes of Fairy Tail. I really just don't have time to actually watch them anymore. It's going to be a summer vacation here soon, anyways, but really don't have time to really sit down and watch anime with me picking up a lot more work hours and stuff like that. So, other than that, though, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys next time. Peace.